and welcome to another prop tutorial. So today's prop tutorial Hi guys, and welcome to today's prop review. So today's prop review is on this, the new character options 12th Doctor's second sonic screwdriver. So I've received this today. I had a long journey going around London trying to find one of these in the Toys R Us, and they didn't have any. But yeah, today I've got this and I'm very happy with it. Obviously it's got the sound effects of the green and blue. So yeah, I'm very happy with it, and it's a little bit bigger than what I thought it was going to be, especially comparing it to my 3D printed version. You can actually see there's a slight difference in the length, so it was a little bit of a surprise. Although comparing it to the Wand Company Sonic, there's not too much difference apart from I think they're actually near enough the same when it's extended. So yeah, I mean this was my 3D printed version, which I printed out, and it took a little bit of work. This cost me £30 to make, and obviously the toy was 15. I mean the toy has a lot more features, a lot louder, the brightness of the light is a lot better, and obviously the way it's been made and produced is a lot better than what the 3D printed version was. This is a lot easier to function with, and this, although it was interesting working with the 3D printed parts, was quite tricky to sort of get right. I mean, actually looking at the components, up until the main body section, they more or less marry up, and then the body section I think is slightly shorter, and then the cage section is, again, that's a bit shorter, as is the end stalk there. So yeah, I'd say that overall it wasn't bad. I'd say it's probably about 15% smaller than the character options, and obviously we know this is accurate to the fact that this was modelled off of the original prop which Nick made, and I'm really happy there's no legal stuff on there, because that stuff drives me absolutely insane. It's clean, it's easy to use, it's not difficult at all to hold in the hand, so really happy about that. And I just think that actually it's quite a nice looking sonic screwdriver, and it's one that character haven't messed up, which with character's reputation with sonic screwdrivers, that's part of the reason why I made this, was that I thought the character would yet again mess it up with how they made it, and actually they've done a fantastic job with this. You know, they've got the detailing down really well. They've got the electronics working really nicely, and those lights are fantastically bright. Yeah, the switch that's on there, I mean the original has a 5-position switch, this only has a 3, so you've got off in the middle, push it up, push it down, double press either direction to get the second sound on each side. But I mean it's just a fantastically made little prop, and it's not too heavy. As I say, the grip, I think, was a lot of people's concern, was that it wouldn't actually fit in your hand very well, and actually it's the way it lays in your hand like that, you get the good sort of Capaldi pose there with it. It's even better with the ring on. And yeah, I mean, it's sound effects really loud as well. I mean, it always makes me laugh when we go to conventions and there's lots of people with sonic screwdrivers, and you just hear the buzz of lots of sonic screwdrivers going off. I'm hoping that the Wand Company does a version of this, because I think that this made of metal would look even more fantastic. And obviously they've done a brilliant job. I mean, the only gripe about this was the fact they didn't actually put a proper momentary switch on there, and they've given us this black rubber bit on there. I think that's the only downside to the Wand Company version that I would say lets it down slightly. But there were some rumours on some forums that the Wand Company weren't actually going to be making this as a Wand Company remote, which I think in some respects is a little bit of a shame, really. In some respects I sort of understand the reasons why. I mean, maybe sort of trying to sort of use it as a remote as you can with the 10 and 11 Sonics, it might be slightly more difficult with it. I mean, maybe. I mean, looking at the previous innards that go in these, I mean, you'd certainly be able to fit them into this, and I mean, even with the sort of having the electronics in there with the battery compartment as it is on the toy, I think it would work. But whether or not they decide to make it or not, because I mean, this out of metal would be absolutely fantastic. But yeah, I mean, I think they've done an absolutely top-notch job with this, and I mean, I'm quite looking forward to using it with costume. And I mean, they've got it in the comic where he's actually using it with the blue navy jacket as well. So by the looks of it, that's something that you can use for both costumes. I mean, I've recently been making my velvet jacket, and apart from the lining, I've actually finished it now. So fingers crossed that that will be something that's finished relatively soon. So yeah, really impressed with how this has turned out, and certainly going to enjoy using it at conventions and with the costume. So yeah, not too sure what's happening with the fan series. It's been a bit up and down recently. Props wise, I've mainly been doing a lot of supernatural things recently. If anyone's interested in supernatural stuff, then by all means go ahead, ask me, and I'll do some videos on that. I've also been doing some printout bits that I may well put up online ready for download, as I think that there's some stuff online which you can get, but a lot of it is stuff you have to pay for. So I wanted to put something out there for the supernatural fans who don't want to have to pay for things like that and want cheap and simple things for their costumes. So fingers crossed, that's something that I can hopefully provide. Another thing is the console. I'm looking at possibly getting an Arduino. What I want to do is, I've still got the main time rotor to get sorted out, which I'm aiming to get done, and get the motor sorted out. I've got a friend of mine who I'm talking to at the moment who's currently working on his, so hopefully once he's sorted his out, he can give me some tips and advice on how to do mine. And there was a really stupid thing that went through my head the other day where on the original console there is some runners that go on the discs at the top and the bottom. I'll post a picture there, and basically I thought that was something to do with the pulley system. It is, but it's so that the rotor doesn't actually move backwards and forwards in the rotor and doesn't scratch it. So that's something else I'm going to order, is some of those, if I can find out what they are, and put them in there for when I do get the mechanism working. But basically with the Arduino, what I want to do is I want to order it in and try and figure out a code, so that things like the buttons, when you press them, they make different sound effects. And the same with the fact that the DMAT lever is connected up to it, so not only will the DMAT lever operate the mechanism for the rotor, but it will also make the sound effects work, so that you have the static hum on when it's just doing nothing, and then when the DMAT lever is pulled, once the DMAT sound's finished, it's then in flight sound effects. So it all sort of works together. It's going to be a big project to do if I go ahead and do it. I've got no clue as to what I'm doing with programming, so that's going to be a new thing to do. So yeah, there's other little projects I'm planning on doing. the carionite ore which I made, actually I found out that's too small, so that might be another project I do. And there's another viewer who asked the other day whether I've done the sonic probe. I have done the Amy sonic probe, but I'm looking for one specific little bit which is in the emitter, which was literally a little bit of green snapped off plastic. So that's something that I'm trying to look for, and once that's done I will do that video for that. I'm sure there's some other props that I'm going to be doing. I've been recently making some custom sonic screwdrivers. I mean, just out of bits and pieces I have around the house, and they've been kind of fun to make. So yeah, there's bits and pieces that I've been doing like that. So I may well do some videos on that. Yeah, so if you haven't already, do like up my Facebook page and follow us on Instagram. I upload selfies, props, videos, pictures of props that I've and work in progress on costumes and props, and I also do a bit of photography on there as well. And Facebook, I generally just sort of upload when I've uploaded the video on here, and really I need to get sort of more into using my Facebook. I don't hardly use my Facebook page much. It's mainly on Instagram and on here that I use, so I need to get that going a bit better. So yeah, and if you haven't already, please like up this video. Please subscribe to the channel. It does me a great favour in knowing that people are interested in the content I'm uploading. If there's anything you'd like to see, then do leave a comment and suggest what you'd like to see. So yeah. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.